Based on several media reports, on October 21 local time, Lenovo filed a lawsuit against ZTE in a UK High Court, accusing ZTE of patent infringement. Lenovo's decision to bypass the Chinese judicial system has sparked speculation. Notably, Mr. Miles Guo has repeatedly revealed that ZTE is controlled by the Xi family. Huawei and ZTE are seen as typical examples of Chinese tech companies used by the Chinese government to exert influence globally.
ZTE and Huawei belong to the Xi family. Others can't touch them, because Xi is a dictator. Whether it's the ZTE or Huawei incident, both demonstrate the Chinese Communist Party's influence and extensive efforts to exert control globally through what is known as blue-gold-yellow operations. The CCP's financial resources and technological foundations primarily come from the United States. It is the US dollar and the greed, corruption, and criminality of a small number of Americans that have nurtured the CCP, turning it into one of the largest criminal organizations in human history. The CCP is holding 1.4 billion Chinese people hostage, detaining 2 million people in Xinjiang in concentration camps, and plunging the people of Hong Kong into deep suffering and turmoil. The United States must adopt a four-pronged approach to effectively counter the CCP's existential threat and overwhelming aggression against America. That is, there must be a complete economic decoupling from the CCP. Second, it must be declared that Taiwan and Hong Kong are under U.S. protection and must not be threatened by the CCP. If threatened, the U.S. must take action. Moreover, the U.S. should publicly acknowledge that Taiwan and Hong Kong, especially Taiwan, do not belong to China. The One China policy must change. Third, all CCP officials involved in the persecution of Xinjiang, Tibet, Christianity, Catholicism, and Falun Gong must face the fastest, most extreme, and thorough sanctions in the West. Comprehensive sanctions must be imposed on Confucius Institutes, the cultural sector, especially NASDAQ, and the so-called hedge funds for their deception, false information, and cultural infiltration in the West. Lastly, the U.S. must completely ban the CCP's technology sector. All tech companies must face extreme penalties. The U.S. and China must have equal trade, equal economy, equal market access, and equal financial relations. The financial market, economic market, trade market, and internet market must be fully open. The Great Firewall must be dismantled. Without taking down the firewall, there can be no meaningful dialogue. With the firewall in place, the Chinese people have no freedom, U.S.-China relations remain unequal, human rights in China are non-existent, and the truth remains concealed. The firewall is the fundamental reason why the suffering of Uyghurs in Xinjiang, Tibetans, Falun Gong practitioners, Hong Kong citizens, and countless entrepreneurs in mainland China remains hidden. No one believes that their truth will ever be communicated to the outside world.